Okay, so we're going to talk about the K-tags that we got cited for. And one of the things we got cited for was when we have work being done, this is K-161, building construction. When we have work being done, we have outside vendors and sometimes our own staff come in and they do work, and then we're not always aware that there's some penetrations, right? So that smoke barrier is always a big one. So what we're going to do moving forward is we're going to have maintenance do regular checks. We're going to have a little, an audit for that. It's going to be attached, so you'll see them when we get to them. We have to make sure that the Environmental Services Director is aware of them, okay, logs them, and then make sure they get patched, okay?
Right. Because Mom, most of those are up in the ceilings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like how we're doing the trunk chase right now.
Yeah.
We're kind of hitting some as we go.
The ceiling was the issue, and also some of the medication rooms. There were some. Yep. And then the next one is the K223 doors with self-closing devices. So the standard, the regulation is that we have to make sure that those doors, when they're closed, have a smoke barrier. So I think we had one door when we shut it with the surveyor that it wasn't latching, right?
Yeah, it was the double door on 3, right?
Yep.
Basically all of them, but
well, shower room doors.
So if you want to just go back a few pages, you're going to come to the audits. So this is the audit that you guys are going to be working on. So part of our plan of correction for the self-closing doors is that we're going to do a monthly audit on each floor, okay? So I think I looked at it, I think there's only 2 doors on the first floor, and there's a door on each of the upper floors. But that's the smoke barrier door. But how many other doors do we have that latch, that are self-closing? Do we have other ones besides
all the shower room doors on all the floors?
All the shower room doors. That's actually part of this audit too.
They're all remain closed now.
Okay. So
they still cram them open.
I fixed all of them, and then now 4th floor is having trouble. It's like somebody just jam it down because for some reason keep this door open, and it should be closed all the time.
Right. So that's why we're going to do an audit. We're going to audit to make sure that we are making sure that those doors are working, and if they're not working, we're going to fix them as many times as we have to. Yep. All right. The next one is the emergency lighting. One of the issues that we could not document that we had tested is our 90-minute annual emergency lighting. So we're going to make that part of the audit too.
That's the load test, the 9-minute load test for the generator, right?
That's the emergency light. The generator is different.
Those are all the extra lights with the dome lights on the top of it.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, so if you look at the next audit, there's the emergency lighting audit. So it's only required annually. I want to make sure we get that done. I'm going to actually have a calendar of things that need to be done each month, and we'll put that in there as well. So we have to do the 90-minute test for the lighting. And then let's move on to the sprinkler system. We have to, the standard of regulation is that we have to have our building fully sprinklered. And as you know, what happened when we, those shower room, utility rooms were built, they put doors on them, and they were not sprinklered. So whenever you have a door, it's a room, right? So we have to make sure it's fully sprinklered. So those sprinklers have been ordered.
Yeah, they're coming to do it on the 16th. I'll say it's coming out like 2 or 3 times. They're coming out to test the sprinklers.
Great.
Install the sprinklers and then clean the hoods.
So you'll see the next audit is the sprinkler head audit. So we're going to regularly check the building monthly to make sure that everything is squared away. Okay. Then we'll move on to smoke barriers. I did touch on this already. Everything from the doors closing, everything from the penetrations. So we have to make sure. So there's another audit for that. It's called smoke barriers, K372. So we're going to go through. We're going to check each floor that we have solid smoke barriers throughout. Okay, you guys are familiar with this, probably more so than I am, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so then we move on to smoke barrier doors. Again, this was the issue that I mentioned earlier with the doors not latching. We have to test those. So we're going to do a monthly audit on those doors too. So we're going to regularly go up and check the doors and then again, we have to make any repairs as needed. Elevators, K531. So the issue we had here is that when the fire alarm goes off, the elevators need to be recalled. And so when we have the fire drills, there always was a spot for us to sign off that the Phase 2 firefighter recall was working. It wasn't signed off. So when we do fire drills from now on, we'll make sure that we cover that as well.
Somebody bring the elevator down.
Bring the elevator down, yep. So then fire drills. So as you know, we weren't very consistent with our fire drills, and if we did them, they were very close together, and they have to be varied. So I have also, as part of that, what we're going to do each month, made a list of fire drills in the scheduled days and times. They can be flexible, but we have to make sure we hit them all. Again, it's okay that we know when the fire drills are, but we don't want the staff to know when the fire drills are, because it's supposed to be that, right, the drill. So there's an audit for that too. So we're going to make sure that we fill out the fire drill report. We'll check it off on the audit. The next one, K754, the soiled linen and trash containers. This is mainly for you, Tish. It's for both departments, but we had the wrong size containers in the soiled workrooms. We can't have 64-gallon containers. We
should be 30.
32, right?
32.
So what we're going to do is, and they can't be overfilled. So Tish is going to have an audit for her housekeeping staff, and I'll give you the tool that you can teach them to use to check on a regular basis. I think I said weekly, to make sure that they're clean. And then maintenance staff will do routine environmental rounds to make sure that the shower room doors close and latch. So it's kind of a two-piece thing. We're talking about the shower doors not always latching. One that we shouldn't have gotten, but we got, was K781, portable space heaters. You guys all know we can't have space heaters in the building?
In the whole building?
In the whole building.
No, whole building.
Zero.
Really?
And it's always been like that. People just don't listen.
Right.
This one was in the line.
Not only is it space heaters, but you have to think about other electronic
Devices, like fans.
all devices need to be checked by maintenance. They can have fans. One thing that they can't have, we have to make sure that we're watching for this too, is heating pads.
Oh, heating
that plug
pads
in.
are
Those are also something we can't have. So we're going to do the audits, not just the front desk. We're going to do the front desk obviously because that's where the space heater was found. But maintenance will do regular audits, and when John gets here, he's well versed with this, and he'll make sure that everything's being rounded.
Nurse station, we found someone too. The nurse station
you found
was having.
You found space heaters at the nurse's station too? Are they there still?
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, because Deb and I, we found two fans that we brought down.
Well, the fans are okay as long as you guys check the cords.
Well, I was taking them and cleaning them and
she
everything, checking the course. Well, we never documented that.
Yeah,
She took them right away just because they figure if they're personal and they don't want to keep them clean and they were disgusting. So she was like, you don't want to clean them, then I'm taking them.
Yep, that's fine. Right. Nope, that's good. But we can't let them not. We can't make them give their fan up if they want a fan. So, all right.
No, I'm talking at the nurses' stations. They were not in the resident rooms. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. But yeah, they can clean those. Electrical systems. So you guys know what happened here, right? We had the generator. Let's back up one. Just regular electrical systems. You guys have been working on the wiring of the grounding of the exit lights.
That's done.
And those alarms. So because it happened, we have to prevent it from happening again. You got to audit those.
Well,
okay.
That shouldn't happen again.
I know.
I mean, it's possible.
but still, we have to keep checking.
Right.
And any other areas that are like that, this back hall, keypad, you have to make sure everything is grounded.
I mean, it's done, but not the way I tell him have to be done. I just did. John told me do it like this, so I follow what he told me.
Yeah.
Explain what you did.
But
tell me.
The right way was put some metal boxes into the beams, and that ain't never happened.
because there's plastic boxes you can't.
It's
You
a
can't
drywall
ground-
boxes, and you can no way
Like
to
with the
ground
plastic.
it. But I make it look like it is ground.
Okay,
That's what
well,
it
we're
is.
gonna make sure that we do it right. If it's not done yet, we're gonna change it to so that it's
Well,
grounded.
that's all the electrical stuff, the boxes, all the stuff that we ordered was for them.
Yes,
But John,
But I'm just
So
telling
that's
him-
fine. If
right.
John gave you direction, that's fine, but just know that we're gonna have to change it. Okay, as long as it meets what John feels is appropriate, that's fine, but we'll change it when the other John
yeah,
gets
right.
here, right?
Right.
Okay.
As long as he knows about it. Yeah.
He does know about it?
Not yet.
Oh, okay, all right. So we're gonna just do weekly audits of different areas of the building. You can, we'll have a system of which ones you checked and which ones you can check the next week. So there's an audit for that in here too. So the generator, so we failed at that. You guys know about that, right? So we have to test the generator. We have to do the
Minute load
weekly
test.
and then the monthly load, right, for, is it 30 minutes?
30 minutes and then 90.
weekly is the regular test, and once
That's
a
a
month,
30,
once
right.
a month is the full load.
So it's the 30 and 90.
We
Right.
just did one.
Right.
So
So,
last month. but
so,
I-
so part of the plan of correction for that is that we're gonna audit that, where I'm gonna come in and verify.
Yep.
So when you are done with the test,
Yeah,
please come
we
get
got-
me, so that I can sign off on it,
Okay.
okay?
Yep.
So the plan of correction.
It's been good, especially since the last time when it didn't
Oh,
work.
I totally believe you. I mean,
Right,
you guys
it's-
learned,
But we
A
bring
lot.
it to the point. When it get bad, we straighten it
Yeah,
up.
the problem with it, when Penn was just here, it was when the batteries were frozen and there was a bad connection.
Mm-hmm.
That was Thursday when it wasn't running. So, but me and Jeff, we mathematically figured out, ran it, and stopped at the exact time. So even on the control panel, everything's up to speed on it.
okay.
So we didn't lose
So
any
we
minutes
just-
or any time
We
on
just
it.
have to make sure that moving forward that we do the testing
Yeah.
and we document the numbers,
Yeah.
okay? What else? So the next one, more electrical equipment, power cords and extensions. So we still haven't fixed it yet. We have to fix it by the 30th. We have to put those outlets in for the camera system, okay? We can't have those daisy chained power cords,
Anything.
okay?
Well, technically, me and Jeff solved that because we unconnected the daisy chain thing.
Uh-huh.
I mean, but we do have all this stuff to do that. As soon as we're done, we can start working on
So
that.
we're gonna fix, we have to fix
But,
those.
but the
outlets.
daisy chain outlets, the circuit protectors aren't like that anymore.
And so part of that is, number one, we fix that.
Yes.
We're gonna put the outlets in the
Yes.
HR office for the camera system.
Right.
And then as part of the environmental rounds that will be done weekly and monthly, is you'll just look for those types of issues all over the building. Go in the offices, look and see.
We
Okay.
got
Oh,
one
there's
real
lots.
bad in the
There's lots
second
on the
floor.
second floor.
Okay, so-
Nurse's
And-
office.
So we
The
are.
guy
going-
never cut that one, but that one is the worst.
Yeah.
The one on the second floor.
Yeah.
So part of our plan of correction
Maybe after
is
that.
that we're going to go room by room.
Well, we know.
On a regular basis to fix those.
Yeah, I
okay?
mean the piggyback power circuit protectors was
Right.
crazy.
Okay. All right. So oxygen storage, both liquid and canisters. So I'm going